Whilst preparing to board, please secure all loose articles and clothing. Hold on to the handle at all times. Sit back and prepare to ride.
Hello and welcome to part 3 of the Icon Planet Coaster series. I've been updating you a lot on Insta, but not on this series. It's been almost a week since part 2 came out, and in part 2 we made the shop front, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't even know my own series, but we made the exit and also the station, which was quite cool, and also some of the queue line. But this episode, we're working on some theming in the middle of one of the main helixes in the second half of the ride, and also some of the theming around steeplechase and building steeplechase. So let's get straight into it. What I found weird about these episodes is that part 1, we're building the coaster layout, and it hasn't even opened yet, but it did open soon later at the time of recording part 1. In part 2, it was about a week after it actually opened to the public, and I gave my thoughts on how it looked at once it was open. Now with part 3, I've Road Toxicator. A review video will be soon, so it's definitely in my top 10, and I'm going back later this summer for one of the late night riding times. I don't really know what you want to call it. Yeah, late night riding, fireworks, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully it may even move up even more, because it is at number 10 in my top 10. So it may even go up. It may beat Samurai. I don't think it will beat Talican, just because Talican, it's just the god. Well, for me, that sounded really sad. We'll continue. So in this episode, as I said, with theming and stuff, there is a bit where I literally skipped out, where I just plucked down a bunch of rocks, but I really doubt you want to see that. So it was very boring, and it took me ages. And talking of cutting things out, I'm starting to decrease the amount I record of this series, because I imagine there will be about 10 different parts. One will be coaster building, one will be set as like the supports, one will be theming, one will be like all this other stuff, and I just haven't got round to it. There will only be about 5 parts, because at the time of recording this right now on the stream, you can see that it looks like it's not even half done. Now, it looks like it's... If you look at it like another angle of the second half, you would think that, come on, you've got to put that on the workshop now, because it looks finished, and I've done that much on it. But I did get asked, what other rides are you going to be able to ride? Now, obviously, Pleasure Beach Express isn't actually a roller coaster, so if you were to ride that, it would be alright to look at the views, but just that an Icon will be a bit boring. Big One will hopefully be finished and will be rideable. Big Dipper will be rideable as well. Possibly Avalanche, I'm not too sure on that last one, because I don't have the Vintage Pack DLC. If you don't know what the Vintage DLC, it has a bobsled coaster in it, so I might get around to doing it one day. But hopefully, well, time will tell. I'm not too sure, but yeah. As you can see here, I'm building a bit of the theming around the helix, as I said before. They have these weird red things. I know I've mentioned them before in the previous episode. I'm sure I did. But it's pretty much, it has the names of everyone who has been involved in the project. Like one of them has Michael Mack, the Thompson family. All of them are on there. They're near to the top hat, and they're also near here. They're quite cool, and this one has a weird wooden structure in the middle of it. It's kind of branches upwards and then outwards at the top. That was a good explaining of it, actually. I tried to record the commentary for this video a couple of minutes ago, and it failed miserably because I messed up saying it was some wooden spiky something. I can't remember what I said, but it was awful. But as you can see, putting that up here right now, and yeah, one thing I absolutely love about Icon is the soundtrack. If you don't know, I've actually put you probably saw it at the start part 2, but I actually put the normal sound effects on the ride itself. So as you can see in the background, the train just stopped and it launched off. When it stops, you hear the build up, and then it goes Icon. Oh, that was such a bad impression. Oh my god. But you get what I mean. If you've been on it and then you just launch off, it's got that sound effect on it. It's quite loud. Yeah. So you do end up if you do download this from the workshop, there will be a link down below the sound effect and the music, because I have placed a load of speakers around with the music playing as well, which I guess is quite cool, although it can get very annoying when you're literally listening to it for a very long time. Considering I've spelt, nice one! I've spent hours on end on this project, and just to see it finally finish it, it's not sad, but it's not like exciting. I'm kind of excited to see how it looks in the end, but I'm also kind of sad to see it end as well. I mean, it makes way for new projects, such as, if you don't know, I'm building Stealth at Thorpe Park. That's just a mini project I'm doing, and if you haven't seen the teaser for it, also Hyperia, which is the newest addition to Thorpe Park. Let's hope we get an RMC next year or the year after, because if we don't, then most of us will be very annoyed and no one will like Thorpe Park. Anyway, Blackpool. So, Icon is obviously a Mac multi-launch. I've explained this multiple times. I think I'm dying from heat. I don't actually know. But as you can see, putting up the fencing near the Pleasure Beach Express right here. And I'm very proud of how this project has gone. And yeah, and as you can see, steeplechase. Oh, I'm so... Jesus. I think this heat is actually killing me. I'm not too sure. If you don't know, if you're not in the UK, which most of you are, because you're watching a video of me building a UK coaster. In the UK right now, it's really hot. It's like most of you from America or whatever would come over and think it's not hot at all. But it's so humid for us. Like, I think the Florida heat was better than this. So, yeah. But as you can see, steeplechase is going up. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm really proud of this project. I think it's one of my best, well, it is my best project that I've done. If you were to see it now, because obviously you can't see it right now, because you'll have to wait until part 4, 5, that I start building. Big Dipper will probably be the nearest one to that. And the big one supports, because it's, if you don't know, the big one has weird supports. Well, it's not weird supports, but it has supports that are really not the same as the one that they put in the game. And I've done custom supports for them as recording this again. Yeah, so you'll have to see in like part 5 what they look like. I think part 5 will be the last part, because part 4 won't have much into it than part 5 will be. It will be an ending, and then a week after that or so, you'll probably see the actual video to go up, the POV, which some people have been asking for. I'm sorry I haven't put it up in the time lapse. I'm just saving it for that video. But you haven't got long to wait anymore. About less than a month maybe, if I can actually be bothered to make the parts. But I'll try my best. Sorry for not making as many as I'd like to. It's just been the heat. It's just not helped. And I've been going out to a lot of places, mainly Alton Towers. But Alton Towers? I said that really weirdly. Yeah. Anyway, I'd like to thank everyone for the support in this series. We're not nearing the end of it. We still have about 2-3 minutes left. But I'd like to thank everyone for their support on this series. It's greatly appreciated. This takes a lot of time to do, and to have people saying, "Oh, that looks great," or giving me feedback, what I can do next, it's just great. And so I'd like to thank you all for that. Anyway, in the update, there was custom supports. You can probably see it on the Immerman, and I will be using it on the steeplechase supports as well. Next episode will probably include custom supports and all that kind of stuff. Again, sorry about the wait for part 3. I was a bit stupid when it came to recording this commentary because I didn't have the energy. That's a way of explaining it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in part 4, which will hopefully include someone where we can actually have a decent conversation about Icon and not just be me going out about whatever the hell I want to. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next time. Goodbye.